Hello, good day everyone. I'm Tevs. Welcome back to this channel. This TCL 21-inch CRT TV, model TCL 21189U, won't turn on, but the standby light is on. I'll show you how to fix it. If you've just discovered this channel and found it informative, show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. And, to ensure you never miss a new video, don't forget to hit the notification bell. So let's get started. The most common cause of no power in CRT TVs is bloated capacitors. However, there are no visible bloated capacitors in this case. Let's measure the voltage output of the main power by checking the voltage at the capacitor terminals. The device seems clean and has not been repaired before. Let's measure the voltage across the terminals of this capacitor. This is the main voltage, which is 110 volts. The voltage is about 56 volts fluctuating to 65 volts only. It is supposed to be 110 volts. Let's measure the 5-volt standby supply. We can measure it to the terminals of this capacitor. The voltage reading is exactly 5 volts. Seems there is no problem with the 5-volt standby. The main voltage drop is also caused by the playback transformer. To test it, we need to disconnect the resistor 403 by desoldering one of its terminals going to the playback transformer. If the voltage reaches 110 volts, it indicates a faulty playback transformer. Make sure the resistor is disconnected. Now that the resistor is disconnected, let's try it if the voltage gets normal to 110 volts. The voltage doesn't go up to 110 volts requirement. So the playback transformer is not the problem. It turns out that the power supply has a problem. Let's measure the capacitance of the filter capacitor. Let's measure it in the circuit. The capacitance is 44.1 microfarad. The capacitor capacitance is 100 microfarads. Let's desolder one of the terminals of the capacitor to measure the capacitance accurately. The capacitance is only 61 microfarads. The capacitor is degraded. We don't see that the capacitor is bloated underneath. It is easier to identify if the capacitor was bloated at the button part. The capacitance reading now is down to about 0.33 microfarad, almost no more capacity. Let's go get a 100 microfarad 160 volt capacitor. I don't have a new 100 microfarad 160 volts, so let's use an old capacitor. Reusing old capacitors is a practical way. Sometimes if I buy a new capacitor, you think it is good, but it is an old stack and it's already degraded. So sometimes I reuse an old capacitors. The old capacitor seems already degraded. The capacitance is only 86 microfarads. It's not good to use it. Let's get another. I can't find 100 microfarads 160 volts. Let's use this 150 microfarads 250 volts. It is better to use a higher capacitance and voltage than a lower one. This power board is for plasma TVs. I think this capacitor will last more years. The capacitance reading is slightly less than 3 microfarads. It's a good one, let's use it.
Ako gago. Tanong mo talaga. Babay din nagmumad.
Now let's measure the voltage if will goes to normal. The voltage is 109 volts, seems we have a normal voltage now. Let's solder back the resistor going to the playback. We have power now, but the vertical line looks not good. Let's connect the cable to see better image. As you can see, there is a fold-over vertical line. The fault of the fold-over vertical line is also a capacitor. This is the vertical deflection output IC. The faulty capacitor is easy to find. The capacitor is connected at the cathode of this diode. This is the bad capacitor, not this one that I removing. The capacitor we are looking at is 100 microfarad 35 volts, not this 4.7 microfarad 50 volts. I almost removed the bad capacitor and I noticed that my phone was not recording. As you can see, the terminals of the capacitor were already soldered now. So I soldered back the bad capacitor and start recording. This is the bad capacitor. The reading is zero capacity. I have 100 microfarad 35 volts and it is also a used capacitor, but the capacitance still good, 99 microfarad. Let's use it. Let's solder back the 4.7 microfarad capacitor. Let's try it now. The fold-over vertical line is now gone.
A few moments later.
The TV now is working great. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy and learn something from this video. You can help this channel by liking and subscribing. You can also ring the notification bell to keep you updated. Once again, this is Tevs. See you again next time. Bye for now.